live stream because you're on the connection and you disconnected
I
us.
don't care. 515
Legality.
370 38 48. And that's my cell. But like I said, my number one thing is I need to know how much time I have. So that when the city attorney will let you know, then call me and let me know.
So you want an extension to what that letter says there?
What's that?
You're asking for an extension to that
No,
letter?
I'm not. I'm asking.
For 10 days.
Well, I already explained. The first one was illegal, was never certified mailed out to you. The second one does not have both owners on the property. So, I mean, I just need to know how long I have. I mean, if you're gonna reissue another letter, that's fine, but before you send that out, I better not get that in the mail before she calls me and says, hey, this is how long you have. I'm not gonna be happy.
Sure.
I'd be pretty PO'd if I get another letter when you guys have told me she's gonna call me and let me know how long I have to get everything done. Then if you need to reissue another letter because the city attorney says you have to, go ahead and issue that. But I better, before I get it. I mean, I won't be happy. But I leave this meeting not even knowing how much time I have. That's sad. I mean, you guys, I don't know how long you guys have been on the council, each one of you, but you should be able, at least be able to tell me that, how long I have. Because unless you change ordinances, it used to be you got a hearing in front of this council. So has everything changed or what? You know, this, and in the past, these were wrote by the compliance officer as they hired them. They didn't come from the city clerk. Now, before you guys had a compliance officer, yes, but when the last two, they had the compliance officers, those people were the ones that filled out the form, signed it, and she just mailed it, but she never put any of her information on it because it went to that compliance officer. So if you have a compliance officer, as far as I know, you have to allow them to do all that stuff. That's part of their job duties. Because I live in Perry, that's how it's done in Perry. So the compliance officer does all that stuff, then they give it to the clerk. The clerk just mails it. They have nothing else to do with it. And then the clerk's out of it. I shouldn't have to call her and bug her about any of this stuff. She got city business to do. That's why you hire a compliance officer. I should be able to directly call him with any concerns, questions. Hey, go out and look at my property when you get time. Let me know if that's in compliance, if you get a letter. You know, and also this letter here, it's not specific enough. You know, I had a friend of mine, he lived here, he passed away about 3 years ago. The city actually went to court against him, right? He won because the letters were not specific. This is even when you guys had a compliance officer in Junction. You gotta be specific. I mean, I don't know if it's required by law that you take pictures also, but Perry takes pictures and they'll send you your compliance letter and say, this is what I need done. You know, this is what you should do. This, you have to do this by this date. You know, the way you guys have it right now, it's just, you're all over the police with it. That's the way it is. I mean, you're not specific enough. And like I said, my biggest complaint was if I had a second notice, that property he was, I should have had a second notice. And that to me, it's no matter what, if you voted on him, if he voted to hire him, that's a conflict, number one. And number two, there's, in my mind, it's like, what's going on? Because you can say all you want, yeah, I'm here to clean up the town, but even in small towns, people got their own notice or stuff, so.
No, we're gonna figure it out.
Okay,
So
I'll leave it at
figure it
that.
out.
Like I said, I'll wait to hear from her, and, you know, in the meantime, I mean, I'm gonna clean stuff up on the property, so I'm going there right now. So, you guys all have a good one. Thank you.
Discuss reestablishing a parking area.
I got the live stream going, but it's only seeing me.
Yes.
I don't know why.
Parks and Rec Committee, I think we should reestablish it,
Yes.
and that way they can do their thing, you know.
It,
We don't have to be
it makes it
involved.
easier on us instead of us looking for quotes and bids
And,
yeah, then, so they don't have to wait for us to have a meeting to discuss it when they have all their stuff and bring it to us. And we can decide like if they need to do things or if they want to fundraise or.
Yeah, let's
So
do it.
anybody in the community, anybody knows anybody, can get a hold of Mary. And Mary can get into things, because I'm the one that points it.
Yeah, Jason appoints all committee members and we just decide, yeah.
yeah, like I'll bring just like the library board.
Yeah. So, yeah, if there's anyone in the community that is interested in being on the Parks and Rec committee, if you can just either shoot an email or something to Mary saying that you're interested, and she'll make a list, and we will hopefully have one appointed by next meeting.
Oh, you got that?
Yeah, pretty good.
Discuss and vote on ball field repairs and upgrades.
Not real repairs, I guess, mostly upgrades. So I'd like first off to thank Dearborn's, Doug and Jake Jacobs, and anyone else that was involved in updating the ball field with fresh paint, cleaning up the maintenance of everything.
Eric Smith out of Junction came in and helped.
Yeah, and let's see, yeah, I missed, I know I didn't get everyone, but they had a tournament, was it last month?
Yeah.
It was like
Good turnout.
softball.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they were there from like 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and it was alive, and I heard nothing but good feedback from people around town about how nice it was to actually have it back alive. Now, I think it would be nice if we could get that fence moved back to actually allow for slow pitch tournaments to come. I know a lot of people over in Jefferson and stuff, and Grand Junction and Ripley and all that would come this way to play. I talked to Allison, and she was hoping to get the left field to a 16-foot fence due to the senior citizens department back there. She wasn't, wanting balls to fly over the fence and hit the apartment or anyone that happens to be out there watching. I did get a quote for just that, extending the outfield and then putting a 16-foot fence out there. A quote on that is $47,300. I did talk to a couple other people, and they said that it used to be only like 10 foot out there. So, I mean, if you're able to hit it over and out that far, I mean, good for you. I don't know if that's something so I did get a quote on a 10-foot fence outfield. It would be closer to $30,000, almost $17,000, difference there. I got quotes from Jeremy Richards for new lights, just for the field lights. There's 16 of them out there. Roughly with install, I want to say they're like $1,300 a piece or something like that. After getting all 16, you're looking roughly around $20,000 with install and everything. Jeremy said we wouldn't really have to go with all 16. He said he wanted her to put one on each pole, see how it lights up the place, and then add more if needed. I did talk to another guy, and he said, he feels like it'd just be better to put all 16 out there just for the safety factor, so you don't have any dark spots. And then roughly building materials for the dugout, the one dugout, and then roofing material for like the concession stands and the shed and stuff, because those roofs need replaced. Material, me and Zach probably could knock out a dugout and put the roofs on. It's just 10. Your building material would be $5,000 on that. So if we were to put all that together, a 10-foot fence total price for lights and everything, and put a 10-foot fence out there, you'd be looking about $55,000. If we were to do the 16-foot fence, we're looking about $73,000. My opinion, there's money in our, the local option sales tax fund, so we could cover that easily. And we can use it, it would betterment the community, we get more people to come to the community. I know I talked to Robin Gunn, she said when they had the softball tournament, she's seen a heavier foot traffic through her building down here, which is great, so I'm assuming Casey's had a heavier foot traffic. So it's just betters the community in general, so I don't know if we want to do this, but I just think it wouldn't hurt to actually start, let's get some.
Do you know if Allison had a timeline in mind? Or anybody?
No, I didn't really talk about timeline. My thought is if we could, I know the fence probably could get put in within probably a month. If the fence could be done, building the dugout and stuff, we could probably knock it out in a couple of weekends. Jeremy, I didn't ask him about timeline for order because he has to order the lights, just it's not something you can carry on hand.
So at the moment, what they're doing is using a larger diameter softball to compensate for the shortness of the field.
Outside of the basketball.
But that's a little more long. So they can still use it for adults at the moment. Anybody have any thoughts?
But right now it's not regulation, so.
Yeah. I guess.
So I think that'd be our main reason why no one has been using it, because they're not, they don't wanna come over here and.
I think we ought to throw a filter down and see if people are interested in spraying over slow pitch, you know, see if more people come over, like Doug can talk to people. Or
Well,
say,
I did talk to Allison.
before we spend $30,000 on a fence and nobody shows.
I know, when I talked to Allison, she said that she has heard that a lot of people that the tournaments they do over in Jefferson, they gladly come this way, because their family played over here, and that's just something that they would willingly come over and do. Which, I mean, we wouldn't have to have a tournament every Saturday, you know, I mean, if it's, you know, and we could, share, the love between Jefferson and us would be nice.
Jefferson one is dry too,
Yeah, they're a dry league over there, which,
so nobody sticks around.
yeah, there's no camaraderie.
Play it together.
Is a 10-foot fence standard? Is that?
The problem, like, if you go over to Jefferson's, they don't have, I think they may have 5 or 6 foot out there, but they also don't have an apartment right.
They don't have senior citizens.
Yeah, they don't have apartments or any house, you have field. Well, it's a fairgrounds, there's nothing back there. I think the reason we'd want to go a little higher or just something is due to the housing that is right back there.
How long has that ball field been there? 70-some years or better? Yeah.
I said,
Yeah.
they're-
How many injuries we've had off of that across the road? Been reported?
Anyway,
Any injuries
injuries.
across the road? from
That's what I said,
fly ball?
I don't know, that'd be. So my thought is, I don't know if we need a 16-foot fence, that's why I kind of quoted a 10, just because that would bring it down. I can tell you the big cost in a 16-foot are those poles. These are 4-inch diameter, and I think they're about 24 foot, you can't touch so much of the ground, or something
I
that tall.
don't think a 10-foot one's tall enough.
What? You don't think a 10-foot would be tall enough, I mean,
No, but if you had over 10 foot.
good for you, I mean,
That's still really tall.
I mean, I was.
So there is.
I talked to another guy, I talked to other people, like, I talked to Darren Jacobs, and he believes the last fence, that when they did move the fence back, he believed it was either 8 or 10 foot, he couldn't remember exactly. So that's why I did 10 foot. Because he said when they used to be able to move it forward and back, that he believed it.
What kind of revenue does those ball games generate for the city of Grand Junction?
Nothing for us personally. It would be more of an economical thing for the businesses in the community.
Is that gonna help pay for that fence?
No, but like I said, with that local option sales tax is 1% sales tax that the community gets. That is to be used for community betterment. Any other, we can use it for multiple things, but it is, community betterment is one thing.
I would love to bring Silveridge back. I just think we need to explore some options before we make a decision.
Anybody else got any opinions?
I agree. Is there anybody else dealt with the fence height or anything like that that we can get a solid answer on?
Well, the thing is the fence is, I know Allison said a minimum would be 6 foot, so that when people are running for a ball, they don't hit the fence roll over.
I'm just saying, like a 6 foot compared to a 10 foot is also going to save a lot of money. So I
Correct.
feel like a ball, if you're hitting it, I don't know.
Still very
Are
tall.
we worried about it hitting the?
I'm not 6 foot, so.
Are we worried about it hitting the building or hitting people walking on the street or what?
Well, Allison was worried about it hitting the building, so breaking out windows, anything like that.
So why can't you go like a 6 foot? Yeah, if it's hitting.
hitting-
On the backside.
So I asked, I just never got to go back with the netting, because the netting, the problem is you got to put the netting up, and you'd have to come down pretty much after everything.
Because of the weather.
Due to weather, wind, it tear, rip, and they only have like a 10-year lifespan. So you'd be replacing it in 10 years, I don't know what it costs, but my thought is, we're gonna do it enough to build it to last, so that we're not coming back in 10 years to do it again.
You know, the intent was to get this voted on and funded before the end of the season?
No. I just thought that, I mean, we talked about it at the beginning of the year, hoping to get a grant. We didn't get one. Well, we have the funds, we could approve it, get it done. We could have it maybe installed in next season. It could be used and actually, we could actually start having tournaments and things there. Like I said, we don't have to do it at all, but my thought was it'd be nice to put some money in down there and get the life brought back to it like it was before.
I agree that it needs to happen, especially. Have you looked into any grants?
I haven't really found any.
Besides Junction?
No, I haven't really looked into any to see if there was any for something like that. I mean, honestly, after it, everything got done, it'd be nice to, we'd have like a board that ran, the Parks and Rec committee could go out and they could ask local businesses for money to keep it, just help fund it. You could get banners on the back gates and stuff, sponsors to the field itself.
And if the dugouts we can put magnets for sponsors too.
Right, exactly. Things that, I always looked into it because I thought it'd be nice just to get it done. Like I said, the money's there. There's a good amount of money there. As you can tell, it increased just as, in a month, increased more. So I don't know if we're just gonna sit on it for the rest of our lives or if we're just gonna like to use it.
Yeah, I think there's gotta be some Parks and Rec grants out there.
Well, there possibly could be, and that's what the Parks and Rec committee could also do too. They could look into things like that. That's why I just, of all things, I was like, you know what, I can get these quotes quick, easy type deals. Let's have a couple people hopefully get it done. If we don't have to do it, we could do it. Like I said, the money's there. It's not gonna bankrupt us by any means.
Like I said, I want to see it done, so.
So
I would,
you're saying you wanna, sorry, go ahead, Zach.
I'd be willing to fund it with the lost fund, along with stipulating that, tomorrow I'll look into grants for
Yeah.
deep dive. So,
Let's get a drawing, see what it's gonna look like in reality, schematic of some sort. Right now, all I can envision is a woven wire hanging up in the air, or netting or whatever. Let's get something we can look at, get solid.
did they give that?
Dimensioning.
No, I know it would be a 70-foot extension off the field. It's already there. The tire can go out 70 foot.
Okay.
So it gets you, I think it gets you about, I want to say 20 foot off the road. Like that lot's not big enough for we can't go 250 feet. I think or 270 feet is what they were talking. I think we're back 240 feet due to what we have, unless we were going to close our road and move into the old folks home yard.
So is regulation, the shorter the field is the higher the fence has to be?
No, but that was not, Allison was the only one that wanted the higher fence, because she was worried. She said she knew she could lob a ball and hit that road.
I remember seeing that as a kid.
And hers was just more of a,
No, I remember seeing balls bouncing off that roof.
she said it was more, for her, it was more of an insurance concern, because the city's insurance, if someone's there playing and they lob a ball, break a window, the city is liable.
It's bouncing off the roof, and that 16-foot fence won't stop it anyway.
Not the roof, but it could prevent it bouncing off the asphalt into a window, or it could specific.
But I don't even know, but that's fine, that's what I was thinking about, I was thinking way too hard into it, if it's making it and bouncing it and hitting the building out.
Well, that's my thought. That's why I said 10 foot would just be because like I said, I talked to someone, they said they believed it was either 8 foot or 10 foot previously. So that's why I have a 10 foot quote. That's just
And what was the total amount?
For a 10-foot total with lighting, repairing the buildings and the fence, 10 foot would be 55,000. Or if you went 16 foot, you'd be looking closer to 73,000.
Is putting up netting like they have Top Golf an option?
So that's the thing, is he was gonna look into it, he's never done the netting before, but like my concern was is we'd have to put it up every time there's a game, take it down, storing it. I don't know, I mean, that's a big fence, man, I think it's 270 feet of it, a long run. That's 270 feet of netting, I just don't know where we'd store that either, but also like I said, weather, and then in 10 years, you would probably have to replace it anyways due to UVs. Right, it's on. So is it worth, I don't know what the price of it is, but you get a fence put up, even if it's 10 foot, you get a 10-foot fence put up over there.
So the first option is 55 grand.
That's for a 10-foot fence or a 16-foot tall outfield, which is like a backstop for 73,000.
But these include the lighting?
Yeah, lighting and everything.
Well, can we table this until we have some next meeting?
I think it would be smart to talk to Region 12 people on this market to see if we can come up with something for like insurance.
Well, right, I mean, I don't know.
I think possibly we could have done something back in the day when they had the league that we just don't know about.
Right.
If we table it for a month, do you think that's gonna be enough time to get it done before winter?
So if we table it, possibly, there's a chance, depends on how busy, depends on.
Or not, I so you just put it on the spring.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, like it needs to be done by winter.
right,
Put it on the go for the first of spring ground thaws, and if we decide to go with it, they can.
I can just say, I mean, and the only thing is you want to pricing could increase, so that's just how everything works.
So well, because I'm just praying money.
So we're gonna table it?
I make a motion to table it until next.
Second.
Alright, discuss and vote on pool maintenance.
Yep, so Fuzz and Janice have a plan. There's some water escaping somewhere inside the concrete, but Fuzz and Janice has a good plan of attack. They're gonna start on as soon as they close the pool for the season. That's just gee whiz information for everybody, but also I think we should discuss and vote on litigating the company that lined that pool. Because evidently they've been pretty bad with Janice and Fuzz, not following through on commitments or threatening $15,000 service fees, things like that. I have a folder, if everybody wants to see it, that's sitting in the clerk's office. So I think it would be a good idea to set a precedent, set procedures on how to go after companies that treat us like crap. And we could discuss that with the lawyer at the same time we discuss this whole code violation. So does getting with the lawyer require, this is probably gonna be a lot of money, I can't say how much, but.
The liner did cost us $90,000. Leak to be leaking, so I mean, that is a good chunk of money that we spent on a liner that's leaking, so it probably wouldn't hurt to, if we spent a couple thousand with the lawyer to try to get it fixed.
Okay.
What's going over that liner for the pump?
5 years ago, I believe that's
It shouldn't be leaking.
It should be leaking.
No, it's hard to say because the only thing you can see is the drain pit, and you can't see exactly where it's coming from. Everything drains in the same main line, so it's hard to pinpoint exactly where the leak is.
You're going down the drain or you're going underground?
It's going in the city storm sewer.
They believe, they're not really sure, because they
Yes.
don't know where it's leaking, they just know there's some water coming in the pit, so they know all of this is going, but.
We sat down and got a consultation with an aquatic engineer. It was completely free. It was about a half hour. So he gave us a good insight on what to expect. But yeah, I don't think getting with the lawyer on that is something that we need to throw on.
I think it's more you just get with them and then you bring it to the table and we discuss it then.
Right, and then I'll try and give him the right quote, what he would expect and what these kind of cases typically cost, and bring it back next year. So
Yeah.
I'll,
Let's get a resolution, let's get that resolved, because that is a pretty substantial issue there if we know. I mean, we ain't gonna let it go to waste, ruin it. So let's go ahead and follow through with that.
sounds good. So I'll motion to table the pool maintenance issue, pending attorney advice.
I'll second.
Discuss and vote on empty lot 305 8th Street.
Well, there's actually a couple people interested in that lot, surrounding properties on it. So we pretty much need to decide if we're gonna sell it, and I guess it's something we talk to the lawyer to decide how we go about selling it, if it was sealed bid, or if we can set a price on it, we just pay us what we ask, we can just go from there.
I know in the past, when I got my empty lot, I think Rob was there, he had to get a paper, and then it had to go into silent bid, and then whoever bid the most out of it got it.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know exactly how it works now. I mean, I don't know which way we want to go on that.
Yeah, so I
For
didn't know,
the city property, still have to do that.
I just didn't know if you could set a minimum, then it go from there.
Let's do it that way.
Yeah, I mean, it's just something we don't know anyways.
So let's do it.
So I think we just talk to the lawyer and verify that's how we got to do it legally. And Alright.
So we're gonna table that one.
well, we are voting that I make a motion that we sell it pending legal advice from the lawyer on how to go about
Whether sealed bid or
it. I think a sealed bid's fine, but if the lawyer allows us to put a minimum on it, I think that would be smart. I don't know, do you have an idea?
I don't know that part either.
Do we wanna set a minimum real quick?
Can you do that, Larry?
If we wanna
That
set,
I don't know.
that's why I said we could set it, and if not,
Or
Seal
don't
it.
set it, let's figure out what
Yeah.
the lawyer says.
yeah, that's fine. But we will be on,
Let's let the lawyer tell us what we can do.
exactly. So I do make a motion that we are okay with the selling of the property.
Second.
And I
Discuss and vote on stump grinder.
Yeah, so they're asking $5,000 for a roughly, I don't know exactly how old it is, but Keith bought it used. And he's had it for 33 years. John L., Robert, and I went and did a test grind on stuff in the ballpark. And it fired right up, and it worked great, no issues. Parts are still available for the engine and the hydraulics. The DNR has a tree inventory of town, and the city owns about 1,071 trees. This inventory report was done in 2019, so it's changed a lot, especially with ash borer. But about 220 of the 1,000 trees were ash, either white or green ash. So we're gonna have our work cut out for us in the years to come. And even with the stump grinder, I believe we should buy it to set ourselves up for independence. But even with us having it, we're probably still gonna end up needing to supplement it with outside help at some point.
Cause I know roughly, it's a ballpark range, but I think we have 120 some stumps in town already. And that's not any that were just cut down this year, which I know there was 5 or 6 already cut down this year. My only stance on this is, before I got the bid from Nice to come in and do all the stump grinding, backfill, and all that cleanup work, Nice did offer his new skid loader and stump grinder to the city to be used to get rid of the stumps, and it never happened. Raymond Gunn came up after a meeting and offered his equipment and time. He gets shoulder surgery and he was not able to do the cleanup. He said he would do it, and if someone could clean it up. It was informed that that was an option. It was never set up with him. He did last week, I want to say it was last week, Sunday, Monday, was at the city park stump grinding by himself. And it's up there, I mean, I don't know how many he did, maybe 8 or 10.
Well, thank you for doing that, Raymond.
And I mean, it is very appreciative that he did it, and I mean, it needs cleaned up, but he did state that he didn't have the ability to clean it up. And my thing is this dump grinder gonna get used if we purchased it? I mean, it was offered twice, 2 different individuals for the equipment to be used, and it was never used. So if we purchase it, is this just gonna sit in the shed and rot?
So, well,
And that's, I'm just,
so to your point about Nice, and Raymond Gunn, and thank you to Nice Inc. too, is the city can't rely on the goodwill of residents and businesses.
Hey,
That's
you
not
can't.
sustainable.
you can't, no. But my thing is like with Nice, why I got the bid through Nice to do it was because he does donate a lot to the community with few equipment or manpower. It wouldn't hurt to give back to him via hiring him to do the job like such. And I understand why we'd like to buy one, but again, is it going to be used?
I believe his bid was $18,000, wasn't it?
Yeah,
You buy this rig for $5,000,
Yeah.
30 stumps, and that rig's paid for.
correct.
Okay, just
But,
run the economics, that's all I'm saying.
no, that's fine, but my thing is,
And it will be used.
it would have to be used, is all I'm saying.
Well, yeah, we got 121 stumps to do.
Well, I know that, but my thing is
Well-
it going to be used? Like, is it going to be used? Not that we couldn't use it. Is it physically going to be used?
We can write into the maintenance workers contract, and that,
I think that's already in his contract.
the ground stuff.
Well, I mean, probably treaty, I was
Oh,
guessing.
Yeah, so let's include that in the motion.
No, that's fine. I mean, I'm just saying.
We got 120 some stumps, and we buy a stump grinder that's set, something ain't right.
Exactly. You know, and that's what I'm getting at. I just would hate to see the money to be bought and to be put in the shed.
I don't think that's no, I'm pretty sure it's gonna get them all ground out. Pretty damn sure.
I'm not saying it wouldn't do the job,
Yeah.
but that is my only standpoint on it.
Okay.
I motion to buy Keith Hoskinson's stump grinder for $5,000 and put it in the city workers contract to grind stumps with it.
I'll second that.
Aye.
Aye,
No.
whatever.
Discuss and vote windstream permits for fiber optic throughout the town. You.
Do I just stand up?
Yeah, you can stand up bottom there if you want. You don't have to, up to you.
She was supposed to be
There's one in our house.
in the
That's fine.
up front,
That's fine.
because she technically is not on it. Go
My
ahead.
name is Rex Roberts. I appreciate you guys letting me attend your council meeting tonight. I'm a utility coordinator for Windstream. I cover this part of Iowa as well as parts of Nebraska. And I assist with facilitating our strategic builds and what we have designed and planned for you guys' city is a broadband improvement initiative. So that's essentially, legally for us, that would be just an upgrade from our copper plant infrastructure that I found was installed in 1972 to a fiber optic communication infrastructure that would increase our broadband capabilities from 100 meg up to 2 gigabytes per household. This project is funded entirely by Windstream Kinetic, so it won't have any financial cost to the city at all. And I believe we have 3 right-of-way permits that were submitted to you, to your office last month. And I'm eager to answer any questions that you guys might have or address any concerns. I can tell you, when we start the project, every house that is impacted, and again, that's not on anyone's private property, that could be in some utility easements and as well as the city's right-of-way. Any house that's impacted would receive a door hanger on their mailbox, on their door handle when construction crews call and locate. So ideally, they should see a door hanger before they see flags. That's our ask of our construction crews. In a perfect world, it would always work out like that, but sometimes one happens before the other. We are committed to restoring any disturbed areas to their previous condition, if not better. And I'm more than happy to share construction inspector contact information with the city. That way, if there is an issue, you guys have someone to call. On the door hangers that would get placed at the door, there's a QR code that directs anyone that's concerned or upset to a site where they can fill out a construction issue. And it also will have contact information for the local construction
Can I say
company.
one of those? Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
I'll just ask around.
Yeah, I wish it won't be, this is essentially the website that it takes them to. It would take you to that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And that QR code takes concerned residents to a customer, to a construction question answer awareness page. For us, it's called our Construction Advocate Center. On there, you can fill out you can submit a ticket if you have an issue. We've been doing this all throughout our footprint across the state of Iowa. We've experienced quite a bit of success with it. The construction crew would be Telecom Construction is the general for this project. They've done a pretty good job. If not, it would be internal Kinetic crews.
So your plan is to go up to every house in the facility with fiber in?
No, so this will be centered in the city's right of way. Our utility easement, we won't be accessing anybody's private property unless they put in a service request.
Okay.
At that time, it would be that would be a separate service install at that time.
Okay, so anybody who wants your fiber would have to contact you guys to get it ran from the main, from the public right of way to their house?
Yeah. Yeah.
We did project telecom.
I don't see why it'd be an issue.
Any reservations?
Is there, yeah, I already said, is there a fee houses?
After the fiber is lit up, is there a fee for residents to call and order service? No, there's not. And if anybody has Windstream services, Kinetic services, you might see a legacy charge. I'm not sure if they've rolled that out yet. This would eliminate that. But no, there's no hookup fee, no service installation fee. And our prices are, they're listed accurately online.
Well, I'll make a motion, we let Kinetic Windstream get the permits for fiber optics through now.
So this is for permits, having a permit?
To get the
Oh,
permit, to get the
break
option to break ground, yeah,
Okay, so
or allowing them to come
we
down.
need to waive the break
That-
ground.
Yeah, we will waive the permit fees as we did for Junction Telecom. For there's, I don't know, it's
Like $50.
$50 every
10 feet or something.
50 foot or something like that, so,
Okay.
Is that the motion?
yeah.
Second.
Alright. Did Jefferson Telecom, did they handle a permit fee in any other fashion or structure that we can mirror, or?
No, they just came to a meeting, told us what they wanted to do, and we made sure that, we just. And they did make sure, let customers know if you're gonna be close to their house, please.
Yeah,
That's the exact same motion we made for them. So it's not like we're gonna shoehorn in a surprise fee for you guys.
sure, okay. No, it's just if there was a standard excavation fee.
And it was like $50, it was like $1 a foot or something like that.
Okay.
But we can just waive that.
Just make sure the residents know very well,
Yeah,
so they don't gotta take a heat.
absolutely.
Already.
And like I said, I'll reach out and pass along our construction inspector's number as well, but I can leave a stack of cards as well. As my business phone, last time I did it, as my cell phone. And that way, if anybody needs anything, and then on the back is instructions if someone wanted to pre-register it all.
Okay,
So I'm not sure if that's enough or,
that should be enough.
thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
I don't know when you say that.
What's that? Yeah, especially.
Vote to approve.
Can,
Lost.
We're gonna let, Chief Mary ask if we could just, let the Regents as well speak for everybody.
Hi, I'm Shannon Potts from Region 12. I'm here to go over, your city's, chapter for the Green County Hazard Mitigation Plan. This plan, was last updated, I believe, in 2020. So we're just doing an update to make sure everything is still correct. I believe all the council members have a copy of this. Okay. The plan is kind of like an insurance policy. If a disaster were to hit, were to become available, the projects laid out in this plan would be eligible for funding. Now, normally that funding is at a 15% cost share for the city. After tonight, the plan will go through a public comment period, and then in the next few months, I'll send a resolution to the city to adopt the plan. The first couple of pages in your plan are general information from the census. Things like age, income, housing. When we get to, I didn't put page numbers, I'm sorry. I believe page 7, it's table D5. I'd like to confirm that that's correct. I don't believe you have a comprehensive plan, a building code, are a national flood insurance program participant, or have floodplain regulations. Is that correct?
Sorry, can you say that again?
I'm just confirming that you don't have the ones that
Just say
have
no.
nothing in. Okay,
Probably not.
okay, that's fine. And then if we could look at table D6, City of Green Junction essential infrastructure and services.
D6?
It's just flip it over.
Yeah, I have to flip it over. This is a rough draft.
We do our own ambulance service.
Okay. Is it just Green Junction?
Granted, fire and rescue.
Okay.
Voted in that, on that Jefferson Telecom.
Fire service.
No.
Ma'am,
I'm sorry?
for voted internet, you can, add Jefferson Telecom and BTWI. And Starlink, that works out into
DTWI.
B is in Bravo.
Okay. Good, wonderful. And then if you would look at the critical facilities, there's a map on the next page. And then ensure that those are correct. Although I think we could, no, I think that's still right.
What
Yes,
clarifies,
but it's not in the city limits.
what clarifies a vulnerable population?
I think that's maybe a little up to interpretation.
Well, that's what I was just asking, is in, we have a municipal pool. I mean, I guess.
I'll put it on there.
I just,
I think it's more of a place where people would gather. You might want a nursing home on there, churches.
Can we have the sewer plant for that?
Do you have
I don't
the
have the-
address?
I can find it for you right now.
Okay, otherwise I can be in contact with the clerk.
It is. Hold on. Yeah, I'll just get back to you. Yeah.
I know it was.
It's empty now.
Oh.
It's only full of beginning season.
The next table is table 8D. It's just the risk assessment. So anything that you would like to add, for instance, I'm just making this up because I don't know what has happened in Grand Junction, but the tornado of 2023 took out 4 houses or something, anything. Like a weather event like that you would like to add?
We got hit pretty hard by ash borer. We need to add something like that.
That's not weather though, right?
Oh, is this all weather?
Yeah, and storm tornado, drought, or whatever. Gradually storm. I think that's.
Then tables D9 through D12 are the value of structures and number of people. I took those off of like the tax rolls. So for that was off of there.
This is year 2026.
No,
2020, 2023, something like that.
Yeah. It's a couple years behind. All right, and then table D13 is a couple pages back behind the flood maps. It's the previous mitigation actions. These are from the 2020 plan. So I just need to know the status of each of these. So refurbished fire hydrants. It's probably an ongoing thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Same with replacing sidewalks.
Future.
Future for sure, hopefully.
Okay. Construct a new emergency services building.
Fire station was, when was the new station built, Perry? 2020, we completed the new station.
Okay. So we can put that complete. Nice job. Is it designated as the community center emergency services building? Okay. We have participate in the NFIP, that's the National Flood Insurance Program.
Check our bills. Do you pay flood insurance? Flood insurance? We pay for flood insurance?
Does it flood here?
Basements.
Basements.
That's
Does
okay.
the whole
I would say
town flood?
not implemented.
Okay. Encourage residents to install NOAA radios.
National.
Really don't.
Those are just those weather radios. Maybe a future thing.
Yeah, future.
Yeah.
Monitor the storm sewer system to make sure it's working properly.
That's ongoing, as always. After every storm, you gotta check.
All right. Form a committee to develop the local evacuation plan.
As in, what do you mean by that? Telling every resident they have to evacuate?
I think it would be just making a plan for where they would go, but you can certainly put that in the future if you'd like to.
I know we have a evacuation plan, but the ethanol plant ever decides to go up. It's mostly get your vehicle to drive as far south as you can, as you can.
So I'll put it as a ongoing?
Sure.
Okay. All right, then, table D14, City of Grand Junction Action Plan. This I took from your old plan, but I thought it was probably what you would want to keep. If you want to change anything, we can do that. So your first goal would be to minimize damage to critical facilities, infrastructure, and other community assets from the effects of hazards by improving public infrastructure and protecting public infrastructure.
I still like to
Okay,
improve the sewer, we're doing water lines right now.
then your second goal is to minimize injuries and loss of life due to the impacts of hazards, protecting health and safety. And the third goal is on the next page, maintain and support public safety facilities, including equipment and training, and the objective is to improve public safety.
Yeah, we're,
I think we're there, I don't think we need to approve it.
Okay. And then table D15, this is where we can add new things that you would want to, and I did put a couple of ideas at the bottom. And we can also cross off things that are already done, like you've already constructed a new emergency service building, so that can go. And you've designated it as the storm shelter. I did put at the end, update storm sirens. I don't know the status of your storm sirens. I just wanted to touch base on that.
What do you want to like?
Do you have coverage and,
yes, we have a storm siren,
We have a storm siren. It's,
and it works.
Yeah, it works, it's all been redone here not very long ago. LEC sets it off anyway,
Okay.
enforcement.
Okay.
We got a radio in there, we can set it off ourselves too,
okay,
so.
Okay.
We got a base station over there, so we can do everything.
sweet. I will just, put something like keep operational over. Does that work for you? Just have something on there, okay. And then the last one I wanted to touch on was install generators for essential services. I don't know if you have it for your well, your water treatment plant.
The fire station has a generator,
Okay,
And we're working on.
and we are actually,
We bought one.
We bought one for the well, we're just waiting for it to get here.
okay. Do you have one for the water treatment plant or will that operate it?
for the, as in sewer.
I mean, the water runner, yes, they got a big, massive big
Okay,
trailer.
okay.
It'll do the, actually, it'll do the whole town.
Yeah, it's just
Okay. And then did you say you had one for like wastewater?
wastewater, stormwater, all the same.
Okay.
Yeah, sewer plant.
And then that just leaves the community center or the emergency shelter? You have one there?
Which is, I guess, the fire station is the new community, is the new
Oh,
emergency.
right, okay. Perfect, well, I won't worry about that then, it sounds like you're covered. Is there anything else you would like to add?
Is there anything you think we should add?
Oh, no, I thought it was pretty comprehensive.
Okay.
You have very nice facilities and seem to be set up pretty good, so. All right, in that case, do you have any questions for me? All right, wonderful, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
I did not put my name on there. Sorry.
Vote to approve lost 10-year renewal of 6-7-13.
That's just the 1% sales tax.
Which we currently have, but we have to, I think, get updated every 10 years. We vote on it, to put it on, it goes on the ballot, we voted.
Correct. It goes on the ballot. It is good every 10 years. And it will go up in 2027, but it needs to be on the ballot in November. And so you're approving it to be on the ballot so everybody can vote on it.
And this is money that gets put back to the community.
This is basically your lost money, the 1% local option sales tax. And it is specific, it's stated now, in years past, before this past one, it was specific for road use only, and, the last 10 years ago, they changed it. Had everybody change it to property tax relief, to where you can use it for whatever it's needed for. So it's not, you can use it for roads, you can use it for beautification, you can use it infrastructure, yeah. So it's not specific to one thing.
I'll make a motion to approve local option sales tax 10-year renewal on general election ballot resolution in 2026.
I'll second that.
Who seconded?
Discuss and vote on a course of action and funding for city website.
Yeah, I printed out a little briefing sheet for everybody. I don't want to pay $2,000 a year for something that can be done for $200 a year. The only stipulation with the website plan that I have now is that it's gonna be ran in-house. And, somebody from the city is gonna have to maintain it. But once it's established, other than changing information on it, there's not a whole lot of work left to do. So I'll write a continuity book or something, but, all the information should be in that little sheet. I'm just asking for the council to approve the 250, how much it is a month, a year.
Annual year cost.
That way I can go ahead and get started on it. Our .gov is up and running, it's just a landing page that says here's how to contact us.
So I'll make a motion that we vote to pay the annual fees to get a .gov website.
I'll second that one.
Alright. Will that help that owl out?
Huh?
Will that help that owl out?
It'll help the community be able to find the website better.
Yeah, hopefully it'll take the,
So one,
put some workload off of Mary.
Sorry, I have to go get that. Charter.
Wait for her.
Yeah.
We'll discuss and vote course of action of funding for city hall community security system.
So for